if this is a problem in my life every single day, why am I not fixing it? Why am I allowing myself to still struggle? So literally that day, I reached out to my old client. We booked a session for the following day. And you guys, it was immediate relief. Hello, friends, and welcome back to the Sweatable podcast. My name is Brooks Herbis, and I'm an online fitness, nutrition, and mindset coach who's here to help you simplify and make sense out of the all too confusing fitness and nutrition industry. Let's be real, there's a lot of conflicting information online, and it can be hard to know what's legit and who to trust. In every episode, I'll be sharing the science and psychology behind health, fitness, and long-lasting behavior change. But I'll also be sharing real-life practical application, because all of the best info in the world only matters if you can actually apply it to your real life. So grab a coffee, water, glass of wine, or lace up your walking shoes, and let's dive in. Hello, you guys. I am so excited to dive into today's podcast episode because I'm going to share a little bit more of a personal story. I really like to use this analogy, but it's also a story that is also really going to tie into your health and fitness journey. But maybe in a way that you wouldn't expect. But before we dive into the good stuff, before we dive into how you're going to lose weight more quickly this year, I wanted to let you guys know that if you are listening to this in real time, I have a promotion on my one-on-one coaching happening right now. When you sign on to work with me for 6 months, you're going to get 1 month of coaching completely free. When you sign on for 12 months, you are going to get 2 months of coaching completely free. If you know that I pretty much never run promotions on my one-on-one coaching. So if you have been listening to this podcast for a while, if you vibe with what I'm putting out there, if you love the transformations that you've seen from my one-on-one coaching clients, I would really encourage you to apply now during this coaching promotion. When you apply, it just means that we're going to hop on a call, chat a little bit, see if you're even a good fit for my program. Doesn't lock you into anything, just gives us the opportunity to chat a little bit more about your goals and see how I can best help you. So you can apply in the show notes. This promotion ends on March 31st, 2025. So if you're interested, make sure you are filling out that application right away. Go ahead, press pause on this episode, do it, and then come back. Like I said, I am super excited for today's episode because how many of you have ever felt like there's something that you should be able to figure out on your own, but no matter how hard you try, you keep spinning your wheels, and it's something that you already have a lot of knowledge on, or there's like so much free information out there that it feels like you should just be able to do this. And maybe your fat loss is coming to mind for you, or healthy eating, or, working out. You're like, there's so much free information out there. In fact, I know a lot of this information. I should be able to do this, but somehow 2 years have gone by. You still haven't reached your goals. Maybe you've even gone a little bit backwards. Maybe you've made some progress, but it's all kind of gone away, and you're just feeling really frustrated. I was actually in this exact situation recently, not with fitness, but with Sloan, my dog. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I hope that you do, but she is a Fox Red Lab. She's the love of my life, outside of Michael, obviously, of course. And what I realized through this journey with Sloan is that it actually applies to fat loss too. So Sloan is overall a really great dog. Very calm, doesn't have a lot of behavioral problems, like very easy, I would say. But over the last couple of years, really her whole life, she loves to eat sticks and she loves to eat goose poop. And every walk we go on, she's dodging for them left and right. And it was annoying. We walk her twice a day, every day. And it was, annoying to have her kind of dodging all over the place. But overall, she walked pretty well. And I just kept telling myself, it wasn't that bad. And one of my one-on-one coaching clients actually is a dog trainer. And shout out to Perfect Dog Pals. If you're here local in Denver, could not recommend her enough. And 2 years ago, so literally 2 years ago, I said, You know what? I should hire her to help us with this goose poop problem. And, I should hire her to help us with Sloan. But I would always find a reason not to. Michael and I were like, well, we're just like so busy right now. We don't really have the time to dedicate to this. I probably, like a lot of you, I would tell myself, like, I can figure this out on my own. I can watch some YouTube videos. I can make like a little training schedule. And I would do that for maybe a week. And then, as I'm sure you guys can all relate to, life would happen. I would immediately stop following the training planning the second we got busy. I wasn't super interested in the topic, if I'm being honest, so I never wanted to really watch these YouTube videos. And I would get frustrated because I felt like I didn't even know if I was focusing on the right things with her. There's so much information out there about dog training, and there's so many different methods that I didn't even know if I was on the right path. And I was never being consistent with it because I was always starting and stopping. And spoiler alert, Sloan was never improving. She was never getting any better. And finally, about a month ago, I was walking Sloan in the morning and I came back feeling pretty annoyed. And I had this moment where I was like, this is impacting my life every single day. Every single day I spend this walk feeling frustrated and it's not enjoyable. If this is a problem in my life every single day, why am I not fixing it? Why am I allowing myself to still struggle? Why am I allowing myself to still feel frustrated, to still feel annoyed? So literally that day, I reached out to my old client. We booked a session for the following day. And you guys, it was immediate relief. After one session, our walks were improved. Like, obviously, dog training is a process, just like health and fitness is. And Sloan wasn't immediately fixed. She's still, a work in progress. But the improvement after one session has been insane. And you know what the difference is? One, I am feeling way less annoyed every time I walk her. Even if she's not perfect, she is significantly better. And those walks have been so much more enjoyable. I'm not starting my day feeling frustrated. And like truly, the difference is that one, we hired the expert. Instead of me looking up random things online, I trusted someone who has years of experience getting people the exact same result that we were looking for. And because of that, because we hired the expert instead of me constantly trying to do this on my own, we're seeing results a heck of a lot quicker. Remember, guys, I spent 2 years trying to figure that out on my own, trying to watch YouTube videos, not being sure if I was on the right track. And after 1 hour, 1 week, we're already seeing results. That's crazy. That's the value in hiring an expert. We're not spinning our wheels anymore, wondering if we're doing the right thing. We know that if we follow the plan that she laid out for us, Sloan is going to improve, and this is going to happen. Number two, we invested. We paid money for the dog trainer. So we're showing up. There's a saying, when people pay, they pay attention. And it's so true, because how many times have you downloaded a free resource, like some sort of free meal plan, or maybe even a free calorie count, and then you never touch it again? And yeah, investing in things are important to you, matter to get the results that you want. We want to get our money's worth. So with us, with dog training specifically, we paid for this. We want to get our money's worth. So in between sessions, we're doing the training. We're not forgetting about it when life gets too busy, because we want to make sure that our investment is worth it. So we're showing up, we're following the training protocol, and we're in it. When we paid attention. We're actually trying to get our money's worth. So we are actually showing up, putting in the results, even when we don't want to, and even when it feels a little bit more difficult. And number three, it has saved us so much time and energy. This is a result that I want. I want walks with Sloan to be enjoyable, but Honestly, dog training is not a passion of mine. I fully respect everyone that it is. It's just not one of mine. And you might feel the same way about health and fitness. You might want to lose fat. You might want to look better. You might want to have more energy and more confidence. But at the end of the day, you probably aren't geeking out on long-term health behavior change and research about body image and nutrition protocols in the same way that I am. Like, I could spend all day reading health and fitness and behavior change research and not even know where the time has gone. Like, this is something I love to do. I don't love to do dog training. And maybe you really love, reading, or you really love spending time with your family, or you really love, whatever your job is. But you might not love researching health and fitness every single night. So you shouldn't have to spend the time and the energy doing it in order to get the results that you want. I didn't want to spend the time or the energy researching dog training for hours. So I paid someone who does to get me the results that I want. So the three biggest differences that we made from literally struggling for 2 years, not having Sloan walk the way that we want, feeling so annoyed most mornings, to now our mornings are enjoyable. We love our walks with her. She's seen immediate improvement. We hired the expert. We invested. We put some skin in the game with our money. And we traded money for our time and our energy. And I'm sure you've all seen this coming, but how does this relate to your health and fitness journey? I see so many women doing this same thing with fat loss. You think that this is something you should be able to do on your own. There's so much free information out there, so you just keep soaking it all up. You're trying to make your own plans. You're Googling a lot. Maybe now I'm searching for things on TikTok. You're consistent for a short period of time. But then life gets busy. You get stressed. You're not seeing the result that you want. So you start to question if what you're doing is even working. You start to questioning if you're even doing the right thing. You're thinking that maybe you should switch things up and try this other new thing that you saw online. And maybe that's the thing that will finally work. You spend years spinning your wheels, losing and then regaining the same 20 pounds. You're trying the same dieting techniques over and over, wondering why you're working so hard, but you're never seeing any results. Maybe like me, you've even thought about hiring a coach, maybe even myself, but something held you back. You keep telling yourself, like, you can do this on your own. This isn't the right time. Maybe you're even feeling worried that you won't stick to it. And honestly, that's valid. I get it. I had those same thoughts about dog training. But you know what else? That's also a version of self-sabotage. As humans, we want to avoid a threat. Whatever that threat is, whether it's actually a saber-toothed tiger or whether that threat is just disappointment, fear of failure. So in order to avoid those threats, we try to control things. We try to keep control. So instead of hiring a coach, you do nothing. Because at least when you do nothing, then you can be in control. You know what the outcome looks like because you've been doing nothing. You've been staying stuck. You know what happens when you keep doing exactly what we're doing. But who knows what will happen if you invest in yourself? Who knows what scary things are going to come if you try a new approach and you finally take the leap? But that's self-sabotage, because imagine if, like hiring a dog trainer, hiring me meant that you finally got to your goals and also got immediate relief. If fat loss is something that's impacting you every single day, what is the cost of staying the same? Like, imagine if you weren't thinking about food all the time, if you stopped picking your body apart in the mirror, if you finally had the energy to get through the day without chugging coffee, if you finally felt like you had the mental space to be present at social events instead of constantly worrying that you were doing the right or the wrong things in order to lose fat. Would that, overcoming all of that, be worth the discomfort of trying something new? Because if we work together, that is exactly what will happen. I have helped hundreds of women who are in this same spot, feeling so stuck, feeling like they are the anomaly, like you will never reach your goals. I have helped hundreds of women overcome that and finally lose the fat, and not just lose the fat, but keep it off for good and enjoy their life along the way. So I promise you that if we work together, you will reach your goals and do so a heck of a lot faster than if you were trying to do this on your own. And you know, the benefits of working with a coach, very similar to when we hire the dog trainer, is you have full clarity. There's no more guessing or wasting your time on things that don't work. You will absolutely see results so much faster because you have my years of experience guiding you. I'll tell you if you're doing something that isn't going to help you long term. You don't have to guess if you're on the right path or not. I'm giving you a proven strategy to ensure that you are. You're also getting that accountability. My coaching goes a lot deeper than accountability, but there is something to be said about showing up when you know people are invested in you. And just like how Michael and I are showing up and doing those training sessions with Sloan in between our training sessions with the dog trainer, because we invested in the dog trainer, you're going to show up because you want to make your investment worth it too. You're also going to get a customized approach. Like, your unique struggles are going to be addressed directly. Google isn't going to help you when you tell Google that you've had an extremely stressful week. When you tell Google that you keep falling into stress snacking patterns and you have no idea how to get out of it. Like, Google and social media might tell you to go and brush your teeth or to eat more during the day, but we have to get deeper than that. We need to start working through some of these bigger mindset shifts that have held you back from seeing results in the past, and that really is dependent on your unique struggles. And lastly, you know, you guys know that my coaching is all about long-term behavior change. And the truth is that improving your relationship with food is hard. And trusting that you won't fail again is hard. So you need someone who's literally certified in health mindset and behavior change to help you work through these things. So if you've been stuck in the same cycle, just ask yourself, what is one thing I keep trying over and over that's not working? And what would it look like if I had someone in my corner to help me move past that roadblock? So if this hit home for you guys and you're ready to stop guessing and finally see real last results, I would love to work with you one-on-one. Like I said, if you are listening in real time, I'm running that promotion through March 31st. If you sign on for 6 months, you get 1 month free. If you sign on for 12 months, you're going to get 12 months free. This is truly the best time to sign on to work with me. If you've been considering it at all, you can apply at the link in my show notes. We'll hop on that quick call, make sure you're a good fit for my program, and then we'll go from there. But you guys, you don't have to do this alone. If you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling frustrated, if you're in the exact same spot that you were last March, that's your sign. Imagine the immediate relief you could feel if you know and could guarantee that a month from now, you will have made some sort of progress towards your goals. You can't say that if you keep doing the same thing that you've been doing since last year. So if you want to guarantee that you're going to see results within the next month, hire an expert, hire me. I would love to work with you. Thank you guys, as always, so much for listening to this episode. I hope you enjoyed more of that personal approach, personal story. I am so excited to hear your guys' response, so excited to hopefully work with you guys, and I'll talk to all of you so soon.